I know. Safari Eco Park is only 1 hour drive from Accra. It's unforgettable.
There have been some near misses in our last couple of betting slips. Good time to advise to keep your eye on available cash out to take advantage when they are presented. For today's picks, I've got some EPL matches as well as some domestic cup games in Europe. To boost your winnings on Betway, use my booking code BW3AF282A1. Fresh from their memorable triumph at Anfield, Manchester City will attempt to apply more pressure on Premier League title rivals Arsenal when they welcome Fulham. I tip City to win. Aston Villa and Brighton and Hove Albion will both be looking to return to winning ways in the Premier League. I predict a win or draw for Aston Villa. Sunderland versus Liverpool. Two teams keen to make a swift return to winning ways. Lock horns this evening. Over 1.5 goals is my prediction. Check out the other matches on our slip. Use the booking code BW3AF282A1. Get more rewards with Betway. Log on to betway.com.gh to place your bet. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Betway. Get way more.
We are gearing up for the trip of a lifetime. Heritage Caravan 2026. From 1st to 8th March 2026, 8 days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We're touring Ghana in the most spectacular way on the Heritage Caravan, exploring the beauty, history, and stories that make our nation unique. Rolling out from Greater Accra through Eastern and OT, up north to the Northern and Upper East, and all the way to the Western region, hitting iconic destinations across Ghana. The Heritage Caravan 2026 will be fun, educative, refreshing, and most of all, remarkable. Stay connected. Follow Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM across all social media platforms for updates and join the conversation using the hashtag Heritage Caravan 2026. The Heritage Caravan 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM.
And it's proudly sponsored by Holland Insurance, Piva Beverages, Omni Basic Bank, Caveman Watches, Gino, Didi Shito, Goyle, Minimi Achumo, and Admi Granite Paste. And it's supported by Nanes Rice.
Heritage Caravan 2026. Experience Ghana like never before.
I used to stress about where to receive my Abro sticker and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, Transfast, UnityLink, RIA, EaseRemit, Thunes, TapTap Send, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with you.
They said living on cloud 9 is the ultimate feeling of happiness. Why not find out for yourself? Val Real Estate, Africa's Gate to Real Estate, is proud to introduce Pune Airport West. Here comes our boldest statement yet. Invest in Pune Airport West and live a standard above. A striking 22-story lifestyle residential tower rising in Airport West with thoughtfully designed studio, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments. Launch prices are now live for a limited time. Join us on the 13th of February 2026 as Val officially unveils this new development. Pune Airport West. Live a standard above. To RSVP, reserve your unit and secure your place today. Call 0800-888-888. Val Real Estate. Africa's Gate to Real Estate.
Citi Citi 97.3. Accra. Citi 97.3. More variety.
This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, Absa is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work, it's having the right partner like Absa. From funding to guidance, Absa stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. Absa.
Citi 97.3 FM. Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
There can be no other 97.3. No need to change. Keep it tuned to Citi. You're number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music. Talk. Inspiration. In perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Why are we way down? Can we see no solution?
This is the Citi Breakfast Show.
To the hope of our salvation. Can we see that our God is faithful? Yesterday, today, forever. Let every tribe and every tongue come to the Son of God. Those who call on Him, those who call on Him, He has promised to save.
.34, 97.3 Citi FM. From the album Rejoice Africa, Lionel Patterson. With songs like Praise the Lord All Nations, Jabulani Africa, The Lord on High, and When the Righteous Prosper. This album redefined African gospel music. And we're borrowing the words of this song to set you up for the morning. It's the 11th February 11th, 2026. It's Wednesday morning. This is 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Bernard Able. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're taking over from the Citi Breakfast News team with Samuel Akom. Lift up your eyes, lift up your voice, lift up your heart. Those are three critical aspects of your life. Your eyes determine what you see, for the vision is for an appointed time. Lift up your voice because that articulates that which you see. Your voice gives life to the vision. And lift up your heart because that's what keeps you going when all the evidence around you suggests otherwise. So it's the eyes, the voice, and the heart. Three dimensions of the overcomer's life. And with those three, welcoming you to Business Sense this morning, brought to you by Absa. And with you can see, you can speak, and you can feel with us. With Absa, you've got more than just a bank. You get tailored banking and finance solutions like loans, credit cards, and digital banking that helps you save, plan ahead, and take control of life's big and small moments. So whatever saying yes looks like for 2026, let's make it happen with Absa. Make 2026 the year of yes. Your story matters, Absa. We're starting off with the newspaper review or the news review segment. With Total and Fidelity Bank, your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits, lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and smiles that last. It's time to switch and smile with Fidelity. Call 0800, it's a toll-free number, 003355. Also visit fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with us on our socials at fidelitybankgh. It's live, it's fun, it's interactive, it's meaningful, it's energetic. It's the Citi Breakfast Show. My name is Bernard Kokuab. I'm here with my good old man, Godfred Akoto Boafo.
Good morning, Bernard.
Looking very serious with his spectacles.
Bernard, I've been with your name here.
What wouldn't we fake?
Challenge me, Channel 1 News.
Miniba.
Nina, I saw your TV, no. I saw your TV, mini. Washing Bay.
Kwabna, I saw.
That be TV, Channel 1 News. I saw your Washing Bay.
You know, it's a lot of things, my brother. It's.
Hey!
You know, they even said the designs. You know, I got for
I feel design who?
You see, yesterday, I don't know where you were, but apparently the assembly invited people
to do what?
To come and bid for
Washing Bay.
No, don't do that. It's development of many things. So, and you know, it's complicated.
Bernard,
that's all I was saying.
Bernard, there is nothing complicated about it.
No, you don't get me.
I get you.
I'm not saying that.
I get you.
I'm not saying that I support what they are doing.
No, far from.
But I'm saying that before they got there, many things happened.
Bernard, you see, once something like this happens, this is one of the easiest ways for the president, the regional minister, to know that everybody who works in that place, whether the municipality, is not fit for purpose. Sack everybody.
Hey, just like that.
Oh, Bernard,
quickly.
Bernard, this is how else will you know the person is thinking?
Well, maybe you should do an inquiry to find out what missteps led to this. Then you can learn
Bernard,
from the process.
these missteps are not the kind of missteps that
you don't have time.
We don't have time for them.
Baby.
You
want to fire.
Bernard,
you want to fire. We have 3 hours to fire, don't worry. Let's start with the headlines. You want to get fire? No.
But Bernard, I was sleeping and then I opened one eye. I was like,
you couldn't believe what you were hearing.
Okay, anyway, Bernard, let me take the front page of the Daily Graphic.
Oh Lord.
Which doesn't have too much good news.
What is it saying?
So it says 119 lives lost during Boku mediation. President Mahama reaffirms path of law. Government launches drive to recover premix fuel funds. And another big story, Bernard. NDC clears Baba Jamal to contest. This is from the Ayawa
East.
Primaries that they held. So that's the front page of the Daily Graphic. The front page of the Ghanaian Times is going with another big story. 12.5 million Ghanaians food insecure, according to the Ghana Statistical Service. Big problem here. Don't reject jobs in rural areas. Justice Ejie Frimpong advises graduate. Speaker orders LGBTQ bill to be relayed in Parliament.
What about the Chronicle?
I'll take the front page. They're also carrying a photo of Emilia Arthur, Minister for Fisheries, and the Premix story makes it to their front page. Premix fuel managers to vomit 27 million Ghana cedis allegedly looted between 2017 and 2024. And Victoria Hammer has earned a PhD in public administration. Congratulations to her. The front page of the new publisher, Retain Napo for VIP. Ashanti Regional Minister joins campaign. Kotoka family fights airport name change, and this move undermines his legacy. And also this one, rather bizarre story that we saw. Strange woman burns Alpha R Church. Comes with a photo of Pastor Elvis Ajiman on the front page. I'll take you to the Ghanaian publisher. Baba Jamal is smiling. Earlier the week he was pensive. Now he's smiling. NDC declares NDC of vote buying. In Ayawas is all primary.
Misbehave.
Yes. So. Ashanti NPP MPs fire government over Swami interchange downgrade. And then I'll take you to the front page of the Daily Guide as well. Baba Jamal also smiling here. But another story, court rejects gift to Owaris Supreme Court referral request. Abu Trika sues government over romance scam arrest. Frederick Kumi aka Abu Trika is on the front page of the paper. And finally, Bernard, the front page of the Custodian. Yeah, Baba Jamal still smiling here. The food insecurity story makes it to the front page. And Baumia met MPP lawyers and ex-MPs. And on the front page, there's a very nice group photo.
I will take you to the online platform, citynewsroom.com. New VAT regime will not increase consumer prices. GRA is giving this assurance. Also, Ghana declares Wednesday's National Fugu Day. This is President Mahama wearing a fugu. In other headlines, Mahama convenes cabinet meeting to tackle cocoa sector crisis. Then we have Valco producing less than 25% of capacity since government took over in 2008. This is the GRX CEO. Meanwhile, Bagbin slams MPs for low attendance. Again, urges commitment to parliament. Always. Not just again, always. Meanwhile, first phase of Poalugu Multipurpose Dam to begin soon. The operative word is soon. What soon means, we'll find out shortly. Meanwhile, 4 arrested in Naimos raid on Anbanzi Galamsey site. If you go to Channel 1 News Online, unions give GTech 2-week ultimatum to stop retirement policy. So this Jinapo man will not get a rest. They are firing left, right, and center. In other headlines, majority caucus should have remained neutral. Baba Jamal's aide speaking on the Ayawaso East controversy. Parliament has approved 2.9 billion cedi for Ghana Medical Trust Fund, aka Mahama Cares. Meanwhile, Volta OT to face scheduled power outages as Gridco ECG work to stabilize power. And then Flowerpot Interchange, developer disputes permit revocation, 6 Mahama's intervention. If you go to myjournline.com, the lead story there, $185 million unpaid. LBC say Cocoa Board owes them for 2 seasons. And other headlines, CSOs have lost their moral voice. Johnny Watt tears into Galamsey noise. He also says civil society is distracted. He wants them to jump into the Galamsey again. Meanwhile, a tax for Galamsey. Joy News petitions President Mahama to take action on investigative documentary. These are headlines coming in from that website. Let's get into the details.
But I know you can start with the Cocoa Board, the crisis meeting, before I go to politics.
Yes, there are a number of stories on Cocoa Board. The president is convening an emergency cabinet meeting to tackle the cocoa sector crisis. My journal is also talking about the amount owed, $185 million unpaid. LBC say Cocoa Board owes them not for 1 but 2 seasons. So let's start with Mahama. President John Dramani Mahama is convening an emergency cabinet meeting today, February 11, to address the worsening crisis in Ghana's cocoa sector. The meeting was announced by Minister of State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwachiofosu, in a Facebook post yesterday, February the 10th. Now, this comes amid mounting concerns over unpaid payments or over delayed payments to cocoa farmers and broader financial stress. Now, the LBCs, which are the licensed buying companies, say they are owed $185 million. Samuel Adimado has been speaking on this. He's the president of the LBCs. He says they've not received payments from the Ghana Cocoa Board for 2 consecutive seasons, with arrears estimated at $185 million. So those are the 2 big headlines that the government has to deal with this morning.
Let's go to Iowa to East by-election, and I'll take you to page 3 of the Daily Guide. The National Democratic Congress has decided to stick with Ahmed Baba Jamal Ahmed as his parliamentary candidate for the Iowa to East constituency by-election, despite widespread allegations of vote buying made against him. The decision comes in spite of a recommendation by the Functional Executive Committee of the party calling for the annulment of last Saturday's result that saw some of the candidates share multiple items to delegates who voted. The General Secretary of the party, Fifi Kwete, announced the decision of the party to stick with Papa Jamal at a press conference yesterday following a meeting of the party's FEC, which convened after receiving a report from a 3-member committee that investigated the vote buying allegations. According to him, although the committee's report was to the effect that the primary should be annulled, the party is unable to do so due to circumstances making it impossible, including the fact that the party's constitution does not have a provision for the annulment of an election. Quote, "We are time bound because we need to be presenting a candidate by tomorrow to the Electoral Commission. So given these difficulties, and also there are legal challenges that could be mounted by whoever won, and the party clearly would not be able to go through any of that process without presenting a candidate very quickly." So that's one story. Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times, Bernard.
What are they saying? Poverty matter.
The food. Yes, I want to tell you about the food issue. A total of 12.5 million of the country's population as of the 3rd quarter of 2025 are food insecure. The Ghana Statistical Service quarterly food insecurity report has revealed. The report covering the 1st quarter of 2024 to the 3rd quarter of 2025 highlights that the food insecure population rose from 11.2 million in the 1st quarter of 2024 to 12.4 million in the 2nd quarter of 2025, and declined slightly to 12.5 million in the 3rd quarter of 2025. The government statistician Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu, who released the report, said the report was important because food insecurity was not just a social issue, but one that affected household welfare, child health, labor productivity, business confidence, and national development. I'll break this down into regions for you later. So, according to this, in terms of population, the number of food insecure persons peaked at 13 million in the 2nd quarter before declining for about 900,000.
And have they defined what food insecurity means? As in, they don't have access to food, or they are vulnerable to the ups and downs of food. God, don't forget
the paper does not do that. But
the food glut.
Yes, the report itself would have the breakdown, but the newspaper story does not have that. So we'll take
still on food. Let me give you something quickly. Gideon Boak, who is the MP for Tanon North, has called on government to put in place measures to enable the export of surplus food produce as a way of addressing the country's recurring food glut. He said despite significant investment by farmers to boost production, many continue to struggle to access ready markets, a situation he said is eroding incomes and worsening livelihoods. Dr. Boak told journalists that farmers are increasingly disadvantaged under the current conditions and urged urgent interventions to prevent post-harvest losses. And he says government needs to also create access to international markets to help stabilize farmers' incomes, reduce waste, and ensure the increased production translates into economic gains. I think this sort of ties into the food insecurity issue. You have a lot of food you can't sell, and then you get broke when the off-season comes in.
Let me take you to the fisheries sector, Bernard. And the Ghanaian Chronicle on page 3 says that premixed fuel manages to vomit 27 million Ghana cedis. The government has initiated a recovery and reform campaign in the premixed fuel sector to recover an amount of 27 million Ghana cedis allegedly embezzled between 2017 and 2014 and 2024. This followed the publication of an audit report that uncovered severe financial mismanagement and governance breaches related to the 53% Community Development Fund. According to the report, the 27 million Ghana cedis was identified as the failure of 132 landing beach committees to account for the 53% Community Development Fund, despite receiving premixed fuel during the period from 2017 to 2024. On the same in the same newspaper, two other stories from the court, one from the court and one from the Office of the Attorney General, the High Court in Accra has dismissed an application by the former Deputy Executive Director of the National Service Authority, Giftiowari Mensah, seeking a stay of proceedings to enable her to invoke the Supreme Court's interpretative jurisdiction. The application followed a directive by the trial court compelling the accused to disclose the names and addresses of her witnesses at the case management conference. In a ruling delivered on Tuesday, the court, presided over by Her Ladyship Justice Audrey Kokuvite, held that the applicant failed to demonstrate that any constitutional question had arisen to justify a referral to the Apex Court. And then on the same page, Bernard, finally, the Minister for Justice and Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Akuruyinga Ayine, has raised alarm over...
Akurutinga.
Okay.
Akurutinga.
Okay, they wrote Akuruyinga. Akurutinga Ayine has raised alarm over what he describes as a tsunami of land compensation claims against the state, warning that the growing number of cases poses a serious threat to Ghana's public finances. So you can get a copy of the Ghanaian.
I want to give you a couple
of these stories.
Quick headlines. Parliament has approved almost 3 billion cedis for the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, the so-called Mahama Cares. The fund is for mobilizing resources to finance and support specialized medical care for patients with chronic and non-communicable diseases, including diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and cardiovascular conditions. In addition, this fund will invest in complementary programs such as procurement of medical equipment, development of healthcare infrastructure, training of healthcare personnel, and research initiatives. It's also expected to provide financial support for specialist medical training and research. So Parliament approved this yesterday. Yesterday, a delegation of chiefs from the Upper East region met with the president. This was where the story around those who had lost their lives in the Boko conflict came up. A couple of things came up. The chiefs appealed to the president to get the contractor back on site on the Tamale Bolga Road, the Waliwali Road we discussed yesterday. The president also assured that the first phase of the Poalugu multipurpose dam will begin soon. So this is the angle that Citi Newsroom is covering. The president says the government will commence the first phase of the Poalugu. I know this multipurpose dam is for both agriculture and power. And it will be a major sort of economic transformation boost for the region. Speaking at the courtesy call by the Upper East Regional House of Chiefs on Tuesday, President Mahama explained that the project will be implemented in 2 phases. The initial phase focused on hydropower generation, with the second phase concentrating on irrigation development. And so the president was speaking to the chiefs about this yesterday.
Let me take you to the back page of the Ghanaian Times. Bernard, let's talk water. The Minister of Works, Housing and Water Resources, Mr. Kenneth Gilbert Ejay, yesterday inspected the progress of work at the Dabuasi water treatment plant in the western region. The project is a 70 million euro secondary rehabilitation and water expansion, which is expected to deliver 22 million gallons of water daily. So according to the story, they are almost done with that. So good news for residents.
All right, let me give you an update on this flower pot story. So the controversy around this project is on Citi Newsroom Online, or Channel 1 News Online. Flower pot interchange, developer disputes permits revocation, 6 Mahamas intervention. Now, story says the government has revoked a permit for the construction of a temporary structure beneath the flower pot interchange in East Legon, following concerns over potential obstruction of critical public infrastructure. Judge Opoku, popularly known as ASO, the developer behind the proposed parking and washing bay, has defended the project, saying she obtained all the necessary documentation from the Ayaso West Municipal Assembly before commencing works. She says somewhere in October 2025, the highways and the assembly called me for an orientation that lasted about 2 hours, showing videos and outlining requirements for the space. After that, on 18 November, I had a permit from the assembly. The project came under scrutiny when Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklu visited the site and ordered an immediate halt to the work. She expressed concern about right-of-way issues and the risk of obstructing public infrastructure. Then we spoke to the MCE for Ayawaso West, Dr. Michael Mensah, who clarified that no permanent building had been constructed on the overpass, noting that the assembly initially approved a permit for the space to be developed into a car park, fire service station, washing bay, and police post to support parking needs for visitors. However, Dr. Mensah said the developer failed to fully comply with the permit conditions. However, Ms. Opoku said she had obtained all the necessary permits and appealed to the president to intervene, highlighting the significant financial investment she had made in the temporary structure. So that controversy, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it today. Let me come back to you. What do you have again?
I take you to the custodian on page 5. The Ashanti Regional Police Command, in collaboration with the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Security Services, has commenced investigations to the death of a second-year student on Sunday. The deceased, Mr. Ransford Amankwa Asameni, a Bachelor of Science Agribusiness Management student, reportedly fell from the second floor of a private hostel where he resided. A statement issued by the university and signed by Dr. Daniel Norris Bequing, the university relations officer, confirmed the incident and said it occurred in the early hours of Sunday. Really sad story there. And then I would take you to the new publisher where the family of Kotoka on page 2, they are fighting for the name to remain. The family of the late Major General Emmanuel Kotoka has expressed opposition to government's publicly announced decision to rename the Kotoka International Airport as Accra International Airport. The family expressed disappointment that none of them was consulted before the announcement of the proposed name change, a development, they said, that undermines the respect and recognition due one of Ghana's most distinguished military figures. And then finally from me, Bernard, before we go international, on page 3 of the same newspaper, the return of Grace Mountain Chapel, home to the popular Alpha R prayer movement, was set ablaze by a woman who appeared to be a worshipper on the evening of February 9, forcing the head pastor, Pastor Elvis Ajiman, to close down the auditorium temporarily.
If you watch the video, she sprinkled something like petrol on seats and set fire, and the fire actually affected her too.
Yeah, it looked like.
Now, let me give you a wrap of African stories.
Yes, I have a few for you.
In Zimbabwe,
what's happening?
Emerson Mnangagwa is bidding to extend his term in office.
No surprise.
Zimbabwe's cabinet has approved draft legislation that would allow President Emerson Mnangagwa, 83, to extend his stay in office until at least 2030. That's
83 to 2030.
Yeah. Presidents will be chosen by MPs rather than in a direct vote and could serve a maximum of 2 7-year terms rather than the current 5-year terms under the proposal. Justice Minister Ziyambi said public consultation will be held before the bill heads to Parliament. So it's not yet decided. So that's a wood. Now, whilst they are doing this, their neighbors Zambia, who our president just came from, and by the way, the Ministry of Tourism has declared Wednesday's National Fugu Day, inspired by some of the challenges or some of the interesting things that Zambians did when we went there. But there's a very troubling story from Zambia this morning. Son of Zambia's ex-president Lungu ordered to surrender 79 cars, petrol station and luxury flats. Charlie, Zambia's High Court has ordered a seizure of assets worth more than $1.3 million from Dalitso Lungu, the son of former President Edgar Lungu. The forfeiture order covers 79 vehicles and 23 pieces of land and real estate, including a shopping mall, petrol station, luxury apartments, and an executive residence in the capital. Hey! And the guy is only 39. Life hasn't even begun. You know, life begins at 40. The guy is only 39. The judgment said the 39-year-old and his company had failed to provide a credible and verifiable explanation for how the assets were acquired lawfully. And Godfrey, this is my point here. An audit of wealth, for me, is the key to fighting corruption. Because a guy is 39, we don't know what work he has done in his life. His father was president for 6 years, and he has 79 luxury vehicles, 23 pieces of land, a shopping mall, a petrol station, luxury apartments. And there are people in that country defending him. Our problems in Africa is a lot of it's long.
Let me take you to Guinea.
And his father died in South Africa last June, and he's not yet buried though, because there's a battle between his family and the current government over right of burial.
Quickly, in Conakry, heavy gunfire heard near prison, which is in an area where the presidential palace is also located. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then two quick ones.
Audit, my brother.
Trump threatens to block opening of US-Canada bridge.
Yeah, Breno.
And then Macron urges Europe to start acting like a world power.
For the way.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they boss my mind says be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open it.
So where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The gogo.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Hey, Andra, challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. Hey. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank. Oh, okay. And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle. And the terms are just flexible. Wow. Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I day your side, Fidelity.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Citi Business News at 7 with Neil Latilati. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello to you listening. This is 97.3 Citi FM. It's midweek. Thanks for joining us again for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. Coming up, 12 million Ghanaians are still food insecure despite falling inflation and improvements in key macroeconomic indicators. Also in this edition, delayed payments to cocoa farmers to dominate today's emergency cabinet meeting. Plus, GRA rejects claims by some businesses that the new VAT regime will increase consumer prices. Details of these and more in the next 10 minutes. I am Ni Lati. Inflation is falling and there have also been improvement in key macroeconomic indicators, yet more than 12 million Ghanaians were food insecure in the third quarter of 2025, while households still struggling to access food even as prices appear to be stabilizing. And do you even know why lower inflation does not automatically translate into food security? Here are some answers.
Food insecurity exists when people at all times lack physical, social, and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs for an active life. Addressing a press conference in Accra, government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu disclosed that the national rate of severe food insecurity declined marginally during the period.
If you look at quarter 4 of 2024, which is 39.5, and you come down to 38.1, we've seen some gains, right? It is not only the price movements that determine whether a household or an individual is food insecure. It's also your ability to have what income, whether you have income or not. In fact, even if there is the prices of goods and services have reduced, right? In other words, deflation. Assuming that we have even experienced what deflation, but you don't have the income, you will not be able to have access to food. So I think the things that determines access to food goes beyond just price movements. It's about the availability of the food itself. It's about the environment.
He further outlined regional highlights, pointing to areas where food insecurity remains